You may have several servers you want to connect to for all your file transfer needs: internal FTP servers, secure FTPS servers for all your external partners to transfer into, mail servers, database servers, and so on. While this can be done manually and on a server-to-server or transfer-by-transfer basis, there's no central control point for managing and authenticating users, transfers, and automated processes, as well as auditing and reporting. This is where our MFT servers come in, and in this instance I'm going to show you GoAnywhere Director by Linoma Software and how easy it is to configure all your servers. So this is the GoAnywhere dashboard, and this resources tab here is where we would go into configure servers, and we can put on there any servers we want. So let's start off with an FTP server and we'll see how easy it is to configure. So let's add, and we'll start off by putting in the name of our server. Just a brief description so we can remember where we're sending our data, and here's the host name, and we'll use an FTP login and put the password with that, and on this occasion we're going to encrypt the password. So that's our FTP server added into our GoAnywhere Director resources. So we'll add an FTPS server now, which is going to be just as simple. So add, we'll give our server a name, and again a brief description so we know what that name relates to, and the host name of that server. And like with an FTP server, we will just put in a username and a password, and for good measure we will encrypt it. Now we can choose protocols, explicit or implicit. On this occasion explicit, and we're going to use SSL. Okay, and we can simply browse for a certificate if we have one stored in there. Now on this occasion I'm just going to show you a document rather than a certificate, but that's fine. We're going to encrypt the password for the server certificate, and it's in a JKS format, so save that, and that's our FTPS server set up. We can also work with mail servers, on this occasion SMTP servers, and we'll show you how simple it is to add an SMTP server. Again, it's just a case of putting in the name of the server. We don't have to put in a description, but it just helps. More importantly, we put in the host name so that GoAnywhere can connect in, and we'll put the connection type. That's our mail server added. Okay, so we can work with databases as well. So this is our SQL number 1 server, brief description. Now the database drivers are all contained within GoAnywhere or a link to them, so that we can tell GoAnywhere how to manage that connection. So we'll just select the relevant database driver, type in our host name, and if there is a port number to be used, this is just an example, we'll put one in there. And we'll quickly generate a URL to the driver. So we've set the URL. We're going to put in the credentials to access the database, and again we're going to encrypt that and save. So that's our SQL Server setup. So we've got an FTP server, we have an FTPS server, and we've set up an SMTP server, and finally the database server. You can see by the video that was 2 minutes to add 4 servers onto our system. So For our file transfer needs, we can call those up at will and transfer in and out of any of those.